aggressive on defense have really thrived, because this is one of those maps where if you give the attackers full leverage to say, hey, bring to bear all 5 of your operators on us, they're absolutely wonderful. Tim, we know how that train sounds. Into sight it comes. Kanzo's looking to get the side stab, finds one, finds two, shuts so much of it down, but coming down the backside, Exodus is just ready. They're inside of sight here. WTG looking to find a couple more on the press through, but it leaves WTG entirely alone. Crying and Spoit bearing down on him. It was a good attempt out of Pones, but it feels like Rogue have dealt with it.
Yeah, they were just well aware there. They were ready for the potential of a rush. Kanto reacting beautifully. It doesn't really matter too much to them that WTG's got that diffuser down, because they've got a situation for a two-man push here. They just need to split themselves up and push this together, ensure they get the trade, but they're not. They're in a position where they might just be giving WTG 1v1s there. As it is, Cryan manages to win the first of those 1v1s. He's going to get on to disabling that diffuser, and well, if that sets us up for how this game is going to go, it's going to be a wild one.
Rogue, you've got to bring an extra +2 men to be able to deal with them. Question is this 5v3 absolutely enough?
We're going to find out in the next 40 seconds as WTG pushes in, manages to get Cryan. That leaves us now in a 2v5. Low health for Leon as he manages to find a kill onto Emission. Spoit still trying to hold on to that top floor and create a... Ooh, that does create a problem as diffuser goes down, but Spoit cannot keep himself alive long enough to be able to take advantage of it. It's either cutting him down in a quick trade. 1v3, 25 seconds left to go. The only hope that Rogue have got here for Leon really is that Pawns have to rush things. They have to push in and they expose themselves unexpectedly. He knows that there's one potentially playing around Billiard's window, but he's actually going to move away, and that is going to mean that the push comes from elsewhere. Lasergate is in support and 10 seconds left to go. Leon might not be in a bad spot here. He's got one pushing in from main stairs. 5 seconds left to go. He just overextends, and Exodus nice and patiently waits and finds that final kill. Garage door, not going to find anybody. Cryan, I think, has, I won't call it abandoned, but he's been left to his position by Kanto. So he's going to be trying to hold on, likely for as long as he can in this round, basically. Spike sees his man, he gets his opportunity. What an opener! And manages to escape with his life as well, taking down Exodus. Nico does manage to get in and take down Cryan from Catwalk, though. So that is a big blow traded in each direction.
Even temporarily can be a massive deal for the attackers to really get some pace going. Speaking of pace, though, Tim, 20 seconds on the clock. 2 players here holding around Logi as Scyther tries to work his way forward. This could prove to be really rough. They know where the one man is. Swing comes out, but Scyther finds both. That shouldn't be happening. Now with 10 seconds on the clock, they've got to make their way forwards. Going in for a vault. Emission finds another. Leon up the main stairs, but can he find his man? Doesn't have a C4 in back pocket here, so he's got to go for a wide step out. Can't see the man in time. Scyther with a wicked round there to make sure Pones find number 3. Not doing them any disservice.
Certainly not. Cryan is up on the top floor with the Oryx, so we've got a nice spread defence here from Rogue, and it's going to have to be dealt with by Pawns. I don't think they're going to be prepared for this as Cryan moves across, but he gets one in a direct trade. 4v2 though, however, as Kanto gets in on the action as well as Spoit with the opener, and that leaves us now Rogue in a much better position here for Church and Arsenal. 4v2, still presence outside of the map, but they must remember, and this is basically what I've been saying so far, Des, this job is not done yet. But that's going to be second one deployed, second one triggered, and that leaves us now 20 seconds left to go, and Pawns, they're going to have to start pushing here. I feel like they've left this too little too late. They needed to have moved in and got a kill already at this point. 13 seconds left to go. Leon can hold down that blue angle for even longer. Scyther might have an opportunity here if he can move quickly. That's going to take Leon's attention, but with 4 seconds left to go, this is not happening. They both get cut down. Deepek, Kanto close it out. 2-2.
Leaving it there a little bit down to the wire, I think. If you
on the cards for him here if Nico peaks too aggressively.
Very similar to what we saw from Leon previously when they played this site as well, was playing on the downstairs and looking to play the vertical, but in comes the drop. Scyther, yet again, the demon of Logi finds 2 on the push through. Down go Leon and Kanto. Exodus picks up the next one as well, marching their way forwards, and now Spoit knows the pressure is bearing down on him. Gonna go for a swing, finds 1, finds 2. Will he find 3? No, WTG gets his man. A 3v1. Cryan working his way up. Pokeball comes out. 1, 2, but doesn't down the man. Now he's in a rough position as that plant has yet again gone down from Pawns.
You just feel with that plant going down again that Pawns have been given an opportunity to win this game with the map pick. Cryan trying to fight his way back into sight, but this is a Pawns team that look sharper, that look better at executing than we've seen over the last couple of play days. Nico able to get that final kill, and that's going to be Pawns now taking the lead once again. It's 3-2. Very easy to put down, or at least easier. He's just looking to see exactly who is where, which operators are left. He's going to lock that down. They know that Spike's top red. They're going to flash him out. There's an opportunity for Nico to get in and put the diffuser down, and that's exactly what he does. There's going to be no push coming from here. They need to have this cover from the catwalk. They do. They've got it covered from the breach. Spike gets cut down. Plant successful. Nico manages to get that one. Leon, he's looking to shut down with the shotgun. Manages to down Nico on the breach, but there's still WTG to support, and there's still the Monty proving to be a massive nuisance.
No! Gets his second of the round as well. Emission was so obnoxious. Holy hell. They've got to get this spot on, though.
They certainly do. Spite is just waiting on that window, looking to get aggressive, pick up anybody rotating side to side or into top red. This is it now. The lines are drawn, and they're going to have to push in. Rogue, 3v4 as they manage to find the first kill. Spite nearly gets the second onto Emission. He backs away. 3v2, though, as Cider goes big once again. There's 2v1. It is now 5 versus 2 on the scoreboard for Pawns, and it is looking bleak for Rogue right now. The gamble of the map might just not pay off for them. That's the deciding game between Team 1 and Cyclops. They need this one specific scoreline. That's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. Bang. We were up till 3 a.m. casting that second game.
Worth it all the way through. That nade maybe not so worth from Kanto. Cider having an absolute steamer today so far. 10 and 5, normally a mission the player be speaking about in those kind of situations, but though he's going well, isn't quite as sharp as he has been. But who needs it when your team is fragging out? Your team ain't fragging out. It's Deepet left alive. It's flawless. Holmes spanking Rogue.
This is not looking good for Rogue right now. I think he was actually probably stood up there beforehand. But nade comes in again. It's not going to have the same success onto Exodus as it did onto Cider. Exodus is going to continue watching that hatch. He could play a spoiler here, Des. 40 seconds left to go. The Monty goes in, doesn't see him, and that's an absolute freebie. And it puts Diffuser down inside a side. But Leon continues his slow march on, gets the kill with the pistol. Kanto onto Exodus after being picked up from beyond the grave. It's all up to Nico in a 1v3. Doesn't see his man inside a church. It's going to be Deepek unseen that does the damage, and he's going to find that final kill. Rogue managed to get themselves another. That's 3-6. Nitros, there is potentially the option. They don't take it here. They allow that wall to be breached. Exodus just putting a goo mine in there. Smoke canister going to go out. Spike takes a lungful of that. 28 seconds. Rogue needs to get moving, and Spike does just that.
And Nico trying to move underneath here. Really good spot to be in if Rogue aren't aware of this. If there's no drone on the downstairs, they could be walking into a little bit of death, but no, just about make it out. 2 kills come through, though. A mission, WTG shining bright. It's down to the last 3.
Dear oh dear, the diffuser is going down. Rogue have got no answer to this. Pawns are playing fantastically well, but then Spite, he goes in and does Spite things. 2v1, Deepek is planting, keeping that clock going, and it's all up to WTG as he comes back up the red stairs. Spite's aware, though. He manages to do a lot of damage to WTG there, who does evade him and can continue fighting, but no, ultimately shut down by Spite. And the relief from Rogue is real at that point, because they thought they were going away completely empty handed, I think, after that round.
It's one of those, if you're playing with a bandit, you've really got to commit to it. They did try, they then backed away, but it feels like a small miscom coming out from Pawns.
Spike pushes his way into construction as Leon finds one. He gets another. Cider cuts down Kanto, but then the trade is there from Leon, and this is looking more like the peak Rogue that we've seen over the last few weeks, over stage 2. They're working together, they're hitting at the same time, they're there for the trades, they're taking man after man, and this is looking better for them. They've got 3 rounds in a row. They are now 5-6. One more round will secure the Berlin Major for them. They won't care about the result beyond that, so long as they can get themselves to overtime.
Both teams really just, holding nothing back across both of their attacking halves. If Rogue do this on for that 4-2-4-2 split, I don't think he finds a man here. Surely not. Goes for the run out. Oh, deep extra. The thing is, I swear I've seen that before. I've just had a mad sense of deja vu that I swear I've seen someone try to run out.
Continues going into construction to join him and to prevent that exact same run out once again. Diffuser has been collected here, but they are playing towards that wall. A mission on the bandit. Spike cuts him down. Again. That leaves us now 4v2. 4v1 as Crying gets Cider. We're going to overtime, Des, as Spike finds that final kill, and that leaves us now 6-6, and Rogue are confirmed for Berlin. Movement of having to push back, having to move away from the aggressive style he was bringing. A lot of damage done, and that's a killer mission onto Kanto, and this is Pawns looking good. 5v3 now.
For all I said about that hitting the site direct here, team, they've tried their best, but they've just had an answer. Spike gets one back. He has been nuclear the last 5 rounds or so. Looking back at the last one, especially 2 or 3 kills he got outside of a window, just letting Pones run at him. Nico finding one back on the other side as he gets a little bit too aggressive there. Pose in a wonderful spot to win the defensive round that they so sorely need. One attack in the next round.
Finds it. It's going to be wasted.
Oh, he's hit it anyway. He's still going to keep on walking down here, hoping to catch someone entirely off guards. Should tuck into the right here as well and remove that goo mine. It's not super ideal as it just keeps on chugging away at that HP. It doesn't feel like a lot, but it will add up over these next 5 seconds or so. Here comes the step through. 2 easy kills for Pones. They get the defensive round they needed. Tim, this next round goes their way and attack. It ain't going to mean tons to Rogue, but it's still points to help Pones in that relegation battle. Know about him as well. Another smoke coming through here. Do they charge their way through? Do they know about Spoit? Here comes the charge. He aims for the feet as well. A mission coming in here. This will get real. Messi and Spoit does the right thing and charges out of dodge.
Yep, just waste of time. That's all he needed to do there was just prevent that rush, reach inside. Manages exactly that. Then goes in and finds the kill. Crying doubles down. Crying goes for a double himself. And that is Scyther out of it. 3v1. Exodus, 15 seconds left to go. And this is going to be a huge play from the Zafir if he can get himself in and finish this. But no, Crying with a triple. And that's going to be Rogue taking us all the way to 15. And carrying Rogue along with him, and they could do with a big round from him right now.
I mean, anyone can very, very merrily step up here. Yeah, I look down the boards and blew him sky high. That's the kind of kill you want. I was going to say, outside of Leon, who's the hard support, by the way, been having a great game playing in that role, getting things open where required. Clearly less so here, but he's the only one that's been quiet. Everyone else has really got themselves involved up and down the leaderboard. WTG with one back onto Spoit, who just a few seconds prior naded out Exodus on the upstairs. It's tit for tat between those vertical nades. Really were going to be the big part of the round. We've seen it used so much by Rogue, but obviously Kanto has got none less. Scyther gets one. The trades are coming back and forth everywhere. It's come down to a 2v2. Why wouldn't it? With 45 seconds on the clock.
You know this is going all the way to 1v1 with the way that this game has gone.
I hope so.
For the time being, it's 2v2. It's 37 seconds left to go. WTG is inside of construction, just trying to hold on. Crying, he just peeks away, maybe at the wrong moment. There could have been an opportunity there. Kanto, he goes in. The challenge comes in from construction door. WTG going to fight his way back. He's joined by Nico. Now then, Rogue might be aware that both players are still in the construction side. Crying goes for the challenge, but they're going to have to go in and think about getting a diffuser down potentially. There's 15 seconds left to go. Kanto has the diffuser in hand. He could potentially move through into Jim and get it down. They don't know. They don't know that they're both in there, at least not confidently. I think they do now. Kanto thinks about getting the case down. They're looking for men. They're going to lose this on time at this rate if Kanto doesn't go for it. He starts. Crying needs to have the cover, but no! WTG with the final kills, and in a 15-round thriller, Pawns take the win on Clubhouse.